G'day humans, Chris Stead here. I'm on the road. I'm in Port Macquarie and today I'm checking out Ricardoes Tomatoes. Let's do it.
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
Yes!
Dad, I'm hungry.
Now, one really cool thing to do with the kids, especially on a wet weather day, is to check out Ricardoes Tomatoes just on the outskirts of town. It's about a 15-minute drive from the town centre from Port Macquarie, where you can literally just duck off the highway if you're on the way through. And yeah, you get to pick your own strawberries for free, so there's no cost to actually do it, and you just pay for the strawberries that you want to eat. It's also home, apparently, to the world's best scone. So we're going to try that out. We're going to try picking a few strawberries, check out the tomatoes that are here as well. Of course, it's Ricardoes Tomatos, and yeah, give you an idea of what to expect if you want to come along and check out this institution here at Port Macquarie, halfway up the New South Wales coast. So it's a great story here with Ricardoes Tomatoes. This family-run business began in 1980, but it wasn't until the year 2000 that they started with the tomato side of things. And then 2007 when they introduced strawberry picking. Now they started off trying to just do punnets and so forth, but that didn't end up being profitable. And so they started introducing the ability to pick your own strawberries, and that's where it's really starting to take off. They've won heaps of awards, this place. It's an institution here in Port Macquarie. Everywhere you go, it's Ricardoes Tomatoes. You'll see it on the menu when you're ordering, say, a salad or something. Anything that's got tomato in it, they point out that you're having tomatoes from here, which I think is great. I love that local support. It's awesome. And yeah, the fact that this is something that you can do on a wet weather day and just come out here, and it's all in the glass houses. There's a tour at 11 o'clock every single day, so you can just basically turn up, do a farm tour. There's no cost involved in that, and there's plenty of space around here as well for the kids to kind of run, have a little bit of a break, and this excellent cafe as well. So lots here to do if you're staying in Port Macquarie with the kids and you're looking for something, especially on a wet weather day, like I said, but even if it's not. And alternatively, if you want to come up here and you're just going up the highway and you just need to stretch the legs, get out of the car for a little while, have a little bite to eat, and just do something fun with the kids just to distract them without actually having to invest a lot of money, then this is absolutely something to consider as well, because yes, there's quite a few really cool things you can do just off the highway here. There's wild nets, there's a billabong zoo, there's a bunch of things like that. But they take an investment in money and time. They're well worth it. You can see my other videos on those as well. But if you want to do something a bit more budget conscious, then obviously Ricardoes Tomatoes, and you get these perfect strawberries and tomatoes that you can eat while you're here. Plus there's a whole bunch of other little preserves, things, sauces, any wastage that they turn into jams and stuff as well that you can buy here. So really nice job that they've done. But anyway, let's jump in and have a look at that tour experience.
greenhouse is also really good for climate control. This is an enclosed greenhouse. It's a fully climate controlled space. Now you can probably, it's not too bad today because it's cloudy, but normally you can feel it's sort of 4 or 5 degrees warmer in here than outside. But it's also very humid. You can feel the air's pretty thick in here. Tomatoes are part of the nightshade family, which means they're native to South and Central America. So tomatoes are essentially a South American fruit. So they like a warm, humid sort of climate. So we try to recreate that climate in this greenhouse. Obviously our biggest challenge is growing in winter. The average temperature is too low for tomatoes, so it's all about heating. Water flows down through the roots. This is rock wool, same stuff that's in roofing insulation.
Show us your best one. Yeah? Nice. What do you reckon, Jazz? How good's that one? Looking forward to eating them?
Yeah.
It was really interesting hearing about some of the sustainability stuff that they do here. This stuff's really cool. So they grow the tomatoes, and I think the strawberries as well, in coconut husks. So husks that are imported from Southeast Asia, which are wasted there, like they've obviously been harvested already, and they flatten it out and put it into these things, and basically they swell when the water goes into them, and they grow the tomatoes out of them. And at the end of each 12-month cycle, they then bag them up and sell them on to like home farmers, perma farmers, you know, like people with patches out in their backyards as well. And there's a lot of obviously sustainability benefits, particularly in terms of water use with the glass houses, or you know, they're actually made of plastic. But yeah, it's very, very interesting, some of the stuff that they're doing here in terms of sustainability. So we've been at Ricardoes Tomatoes now for an hour and a half, and we've just ordered some food. We're going to sit down and eat that. It looks absolutely delicious. Really good prices as well, I thought as well. Like you're getting a burger for less than $20 here. So that's really, really solid. And yeah, what a really fun experience it's been. So we came in and did there's two Anthonys that kind of run the tours here. There's the older and the younger. We had the younger bloke, he goes by Tony. Really lovely fella. He gave a really informative speech at the start, took us through a bit of a tour through the tomatoes. Really interesting, really, really fascinating stuff, just talking about the hydroponic system here, some of the challenges they've faced, how they've got past them, how it all works, the process, and how they've, you know, what the market's like. Just really informative and really genuine, and yeah, just played a straight bat, you know. It was really, really good as well to be with a couple of other people who asked some really interesting questions. I tried to ask some interesting questions too, I hope I did. Yeah, people were really engaged with it, and the kids, look, you know, they always kind of look like they're not really paying attention, but afterwards I said, "Do you guys find that interesting?" They were like, "Yeah, it was really informative and really interesting." So I think the kids got something out of it. And then we walked down, did some strawberry picking, and we were right at the end of school holidays. There's been 8 weeks of school holidays before we got here, and they've been getting ravaged day after day. And I'd been painted a picture like, oh geez, there might not be too many left for you, but we found heaps, really nice, perfect, ripe, big strawberries, and the kids had an absolute ball picking them as well. And then we've just sat down and just been feasting on them. So yeah, really enjoyable time, and a great for a stopover if you're just coming up the highway and you want something that's relatively cheap. Well, it's free to do the strawberry picking. You're just paying for the strawberries that you get, and you're going to get a feed out of it as well. Kids get to stretch their legs. Saw some wallabies jumping around. Apparently you can get some deer around here as well. Saying that deer can kind of come in sometimes and have a go at some of the strawberries if you're not keeping an eye out for them. But yeah, heaps of wallabies and kangaroos just out in the paddock around the corner here. And yeah, really nice cafe that's nice and cool as well, so it kind of gets you out of that heat. And thank God that we were in this type of venue today, because just as we got into the strawberry picking, it's poured torrentially outside for about 10 minutes. And if we'd been doing almost any other activity, I think we would have got soaked. So another tick for that wet weather box. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Ricardoes Tomatoes up here at Port Macquarie, an institution, and I understand why. And I think it's a great place to stop over and just support the locals. And you're going to get a pretty fun experience out of it as well. All right, I'm Chris Stead. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out my other videos, including heaps about the Port Macquarie area and a few places to stay that I've done on this trip up here with the family and the kids. As for me, I'm going to get back on the road.